Welcome to Beyond Incredible. I'm Ashley Nicole. We're broadcasting live on March 8th from the downtown Windsor Business Accelerator located at 720 OLED Ave. And I believe we are in the BizX Lounge right now filming this, which is my favorite lounge of the accelerator, just saying. We're here today with Brett Hedges, the king of the play-by-play for the Windsor Express Basketball games. And what else? Do you do other broadcasting, like other play-by-plays?
I've done other broadcast play-by-plays and hosting, color commentating for Coach School and other things, and I'm a student at St. Clair College Journalism Program.
Well, there you have it, Mr. Brett Hedges. So today we're going to be talking about the Windsor Express basketball team and about other sports going on. Brett Hedges actually has a little thing going on with Access TV after the basketball games. It's called, what's it called again?
The Windsor Express post-game recap.
Yeah, the post-game recap. So he has players on there, coaches on there, sometimes even fans from the audience, which is pretty interesting. So tell us about when you had Luke Wilson on. Luke Wilson was on the other day, wasn't he?
Yeah, Luke Wilson, Seattle Seahawks tight end. He's a rookie. He's a LaSalle guy. He was the guest of honor at the Windsor Express game for Game 1 of the playoffs. He did the ceremonial tip-off and went over and talked to him, and he agreed to be part of the post-game recap show, and we had ourselves a fun little interview after the show, and he's a great guy. I actually played high school sports against him.
Yeah, you know what? I actually read a lot of stuff about him. I heard he's a very humble person.
Very.
So that's interesting. I was actually there for that first half when he did the tip-off for the ball. I unfortunately had to leave because my daughter got sick. But then I saw that you did it with Luke Wilson, and I was like, what? I should have stayed. Like, who cares if my daughter's sick? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. But that would have been very cool to see and very cool to talk to him. So what else? How did you get into the play-by-play?
Actually, I started doing the play-by-play for the Windsor Express. I had interviewed Dardis Willis before the season had started, before the inaugural season, and through that I met Chris Mendez, who was the general manager at the time, and he got in touch with me later in the semester, I think it was in December, and he asked me if I'd be interested in doing play-by-play. We just had a little fun.
You were terrible, so Alejandro says over there. It's gotta be. Oh, you were terrible.
They asked me to come help Alejandro with the play-by-play, and I was more than enthused. The first game that we did was against the Halifax Rainmen, and it was my first game actually watching the Windsor Express, and it was real. Ever since then, it was love at first sight.
Same here, because I interviewed Dardis on this show, and then I had John come on the show at one point too, and they were both like, come to the game, and I'm like, yeah, I'll come to the game. I didn't go to the game, and then I was asked to produce one of the shows, the live stream, and I was like, yeah, okay, it's gonna be boring, and it was fun.
Oh, so much fun.
It's so much fun, but the unfortunate part about it is the fans. There's not a huge fan base, but the fans that are there, they're solid fans.
Absolutely.
But we need more people out there. Like,
I couldn't agree with you more.
It's a huge stadium. How many people does it fit?
The WSU Center you could cram probably about 7,000 people into the stands, and it just seems like there's. What we do lack in numbers in Windsor, we do make up with enthusiasm, as I like to say. We don't get as many fans as, say, London, who averages 5,000 fans a game.
Yeah.
But when we do get a good crowd, it does make an effect on the opposing teams. Last year, we had crowds of less than 1,000, but you would have easily thought that there was 3,000 or 4,000 people because they're so loud and they're so energetic.
Yeah, see, I get all into the energy too. I'll be in the booth, and I'm. Well, you heard me the other day. I was like screaming and everything. I'm surprised people on the on the internet didn't hear it. It was so loud, but
if they did, they weren't saying anything.
They better not say anything. No, it's really fun though. The energy of the whole place is awesome, and even the players. Like when I met them that one day, they were fun to talk to.
Oh, at the end of the day, we're all people, right?
Absolutely.
And I think it's a real shame that not enough people in the city watch the Windsor Express or even care to even keep up on the Windsor Express.
I don't even think they know about them. Like, it's a fairly new team to the city.
Yeah.
It's not like the Spitfires who've been around for forever.
It seems like forever, yeah.
You know?
No, there's always struggles with an upstart league like the National Basketball League of Canada, and I believe they're in the right moves. They've moved some franchises closer to the GTA, which will drive a lot of fan base. The teams out east are all pretty successful in terms of fans. It's just we're waiting for the trickle down effect to come down to Windsor, I think, and with the playoff run that they're having now, hopefully we can get some people at the WFCU Center and pack it up. And
now, what are the stats? Do you know the stats?
In terms of record,
yeah.
Windsor Express finished the regular season 29-11. They were the first overall seed in the playoffs. They had to play the Mississauga Power in the first round. Game 1 and 2 was Tuesday, March 4th and 5th. We had the recaps on those. If you want to check out the channel afterwards, check out those. It was really good. They ended up sweeping them on Thursday night as well. On Thursday night, the 3 games out of 5 series. So they made quick work of Mississauga, who was a very good team.
Now, who do they go on to play?
They're waiting for the winner of the Brampton and London series.
Brampton and London, so they're probably going to play London. No offense to Brampton.
It seems like with every game that London is gaining more steam. Brampton won game 1 of that series in Brampton, but then the Lightning came back and they believe they won by double digits in the second game. Game 3 is Saturday night, I believe, in Brampton.
Okay.
And their series might not wrap up until March 15th, so it's going to be a long wait for the boys.
A nice long break, eh?
And they do deserve it, but
absolutely.
There's always good and bad things with having a good break.
Well, yeah, because then you get the long break, and it's just like when you watch NHL hockey, you see some teams go in, and then they have that long break, and then when they go to play the second team, it's like they've lost their steam, and they don't get it back
flat
until
game 2 or 3.
And then what's the point of that? You know, it's 7 games. If they tie up,
of course,
you know, and stuff like that. So
sports is a crazy animal.
Hopefully that doesn't happen to the Windsor Express.
No, I hope not. Bill Jones is a really good coach. They're a well-managed team. They'll have the players in the gym every other day, I'm assuming, give them their due rest. But I think Coach Bill Jones will have a good, solid squad.
I saw something on Bill Jones the other day. He played for New York, didn't he?
The Jets. The Nets, pardon me.
Yeah.
The New Jersey Nets.
Yeah, New Jersey Nets. That's crazy. I didn't realize that he was an actual NBA star.
He was a top 10 graduate from Iowa University. He's in the record books in some capacity. I'm not sure what specific records he has. But he was a big-time player at Iowa. He was drafted by the New Jersey Nets, played a couple seasons there, then took his talents over to Europe. Then when his playing career dwindled down, he started coaching in the ABA and minor pro leagues, and now he's in Canada, and
He's actually Coach of the Year, was he not? Coach of the Year or something?
Last year he was Coach of the Month, the last month of the regular season.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember if he was specifically the Coach of the Year, but he could have a strong candidacy for this year, and I would for sure throw my hat in there to say that he'll be one of the finalists for that award.
Absolutely. And then you interviewed the assistant coach the other day?
Jerry Brumpton, yeah. He's a Windsor legend. He was a high school coach at WD Lowe for many, many years. Okay. He's been in the game for 53 years, he said now. He's been
53 years
coaching basketball, yeah.
He doesn't even look like he's 53. Well,
age has been very good to him and his wife.
They've clearly.
I was speaking to his wife the other day, and they've been married for...
Not that guy. Who's the other? Didn't you just interview a coach the other night, on Wednesday?
Wednesday night after the game.
Is this who we're talking about?
I'm talking about last game of the regular season. I interviewed Brumpton.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the coach that you interviewed on.
Oh, we were speaking
Wednesday.
That was head coach of the Power, DJ Joseph.
Oh, that's who you were. Okay,
yeah,
DJ
Joseph.
I was like, that guy doesn't. I've never seen this guy at the Express games. But
yeah.
We can continue talking about the other coach because he definitely looks like he's been a coach for 53 years.
Yeah, 53 years.
That's why
Jerry
I was
Brumpton.
confused. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Jerry Brumpton, he's a class act. I feel like I gain so much basketball knowledge every time that I talk to him. And him and his wife are just great people. They've been married for 54 years, they told me, and they're as cute as cute can be.
Well, his wife's a little cutie.
She's the best,
with her fur coat.
Yeah.
We're going to take a short little break in just a second. Before we take a break, I just want to let you guys know that there are other programming shows on Access TV. We've got the Convergence Report with Mike Thomas. I think I said it right this time. And then we got Betty on the Go with Betty Goodell. Goodell,
yep.
So sorry, Betty, if I said it wrong. Check out our programming. Also, we've got the Windsor Express post-game report with Mr. Brett Hedges here. And we also do put on the Windsor Express basketball games every single time that they're here at home. You can catch that on Sports Live 24.
.net. That's right.
.net. We'll be right back after this short commercial.
If we could set up a webpage of blogs, that'd be cool.
Welcome back. I'm Ashley Nicole. We're just talking about our sponsorship packages. We have a bunch of sponsorship packages available to anybody who is watching, any viewers that are watching, for the Windsor Express game, the little time slots and stuff like that. Bert, do you want to tell us what that's about?
Yeah, we offer some packages for sponsorships during the Windsor Express games, during the Sports Live 24 broadcast, and for the post-game recap. They're very affordable and as low as $40 for certain mentions and logos and stuff.
Yeah, and it goes up to, what, $100? And that's including a ticket, I believe, to the Windsor Express game.
We have flexible packages. Basically, we're willing to work with anybody that will work with us.
Absolutely.
And we're looking forward to trying to promote Windsor Essex as a whole. There's a lot of good things in this part of the country that not a lot of people know about. Even some people in this part of the country that don't know about it.
Absolutely.
Let alone
over 2,000 live viewers last year.
Yeah, our live stream broadcast of the Windsor Express semifinal series, we had over 2,000 views during the live stream, and you can only imagine how many views we would have if we had the recap last year.
Absolutely,
and,
absolutely.
Our numbers have continuously grown throughout the season. Our recaps are reaching 300, 400 views within a day or two of getting up on YouTube, and not to mention the live streaming on Sports Live 24.
And that's not even it. Our YouTube channel has gotten a huge amount of new viewers. What are we at, Alex? We're at like
over 15,000 now.
50,000 or 15? 15,000 viewers on our YouTube page, which is incredible because when I started, how many views? We didn't, maybe 1,000 viewers, if that. So altogether, we're doing pretty good. If you want to get any of the packages, you can always reach us at our 800 number. Is this the right number?
Yes.
This is our NOXTROM. It's actually a magnet. I kind of want to steal it and put it on the car. I won't do it, though. But if you want a sponsorship package or if you're interested, please call this number. It's 1-877-259-7465. And you could get a hold of any of the producers on that. Just leave a message and somebody will call you back ASAP. If somebody with a Spanish accent calls you back, just be patient. Just be patient with them. No, I'm just kidding. Although you will probably get a Spanish person.
NOXTROM.com.
Or you can check out NOXTROM.com. Or you can find us on Facebook, NOXTROM Digital Media. Or you can find us on Twitter, NOXTROM Digital Media. You can find myself, Electro Ash NY, and you can find Brett Hedges as Under the Benches.
Under the Hedges.
Under the Hedges. Under
That's
the
right.
Benches. Under the Benches.
Little playoff that I made from Over the Hedge.
I was like thinking Under the Benches or Under the Hedges. So every single time I see it, I think of Under the Benches with Brett Hedges. But I'm thinking, why would it be Under the Bench? What is this guy thinking in his head? So you go to St. Clair.
Yeah, I'm in the journalism program at St. Clair. We focus on converged journalism skills, so focusing on print, radio, TV, digital design, website design, stuff like that. It's really a jack of all trades program. Even if you're not into on-air broadcasting like me, you can still find yourself a producer job or a producer training, and also switchboard training, graphic design, layout design. It's a very, very good program that I can't say enough good things about, and I just wish that more people knew about it and they are interested in it. It is a highly intense program, though. I will give you that.
Yeah.
It's very, very difficult.
Okay. Now, you're our intern. You're an intern at NOXTROM Digital Media.
That's me.
So you're my bitch, right? Oh, sorry. That's not a swear word. It's not an F-bomb, right?
Good.
I'm okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay. Anyways, intern. No,
That's
I'm just
right.
joking. So what are your plans? What are your plans when you're done?
My plans. My mom said this was going to happen to me one day. Someone's going to ask me this.
Oh, no.
My overall plans, I would like, if I go into, it all depends on what field I go into. If I go into straight journalism and newspapers and publications and magazines, I would love to be an editor somewhere. If I get into TV and radio, I would love to be an on-air personality. And if I wanted to go on the production side, I'd love to be an executive producer or a technical producer in some standpoint. And being with NOXTROM has helped me train in all those facets, and I'm really happy to be a part of the XEAYZ.TV team.
There are a lot of different avenues that you could venture down with NOXTROM. I've noticed that myself. Because when I got involved, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm just going to go do a little show. And it's taken me to a lot of different places, you know, producing the basketball team, then going to the Detroit Auto Show. It's teaching me a lot of things, new people skills, too.
Absolutely.
I don't like people.
Not a lot of people do like people.
I don't like people, but
well, you like me, so
I
that's
do
okay.
like you
There
because
you go.
you've got an awesome personality, and it's not that I don't like people. I don't like people with crappy personalities.
There you go.
So thank you for having a wonderful personality.
Well, thank you for having a very welcoming personality.
Oh, thank you. Random question of the day. Who is your favorite character in history?
Character in history pertaining to what?
Well, who's
in
your
comic
favorite
books?
person? No. Okay, let's see. Who's your favorite person all in history? So who do you like? Who's your favorite person? Character of history.
Character of history.
Maybe not character. Maybe I'm using the wrong word.
Well, I don't know about character in history. One person I do wish
Historical figure.
Historical figure. That's a good one. Well, I think about that. I just want to say, I wish that I had gotten more time to spend with my grandfather. I heard he was a really good man. He died when I was about 7 or 8. His name was Albert Rigg. He was a stonemason in the city. Did a lot of stonework at the University of Windsor, and you can still see those today. I wish I had more time. I wish I had a better understanding of the time that I had with him when I was a kid. He's definitely a person that I wish I could talk to today.
Yeah.
And as well as his wife, my Nana, too.
You give me chills.
It's I don't know where that came from, but
that's really sweet.
yeah, I wish I had had more time to speak with them and
Yeah.
experience life with them.
Yeah.
But cancer took both of them, and
Well, you
really
can,
sad to hear.
Learn about them from your parents, obviously.
Absolutely,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? And by talking about them, their memory lives on, you know? So it's not like they're forever gone. They still hold a place.
Exactly. It's really funny looking back at a lot of family photos and like seeing resemblances between my grandfather and my grandmother and myself. So yeah, my mother's a spitting image of my Nana. So it's almost like I see her every day. But I just wanted to thank my family for everything that they've done for me
That's so
in this
sweet.
journey in journalism. So
Nice.
my favorite historical figure, I would have to say, I was a big wrestling fan when I was a kid. As in terms of iconic status, I would say The Rock.
The Rock
is like a favorite
Dwayne
person.
Johnson.
Dwayne
He's not
Johnson.
historical. He's still
What do you
here.
mean?
He hasn't died.
He's
Still
iconic
here.
though.
He's iconic. You know, he started when he was 15 years old with nothing, and now he's like built this whole thing. Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? I can't do the
Exactly.
face. How do you do the face? I can't do it. I can't do both.
It's
I can
okay.
do it like this.
My mom said if I kept doing that when I was a kid, it was going to stick that way, so I had to stop.
I know. That's why I have 2 marks right here because I'm always squinting.
Well, we'll flip it on you. Who's your favorite historical figure?
It's sick. I've already answered this question. She's a countess from France. I don't remember her name, but they called her the Blood Countess. Now, what she did was, she was this woman, obviously. She was married to this guy, a count. Her husband died. She had an affair with this younger man. The younger man's father prohibited it, and then he had to get married to this girl, and she was freaking out. This countess was freaking out. So she freaked out, and she had her maid come into the room, and she slapped her maid, and blood flew everywhere, and blood flew on her face, and then she looked in the mirror, she wiped it off, and just for some reason, some sick thought went off in her head. She was like, she thought she was younger. She thought that the blood made her look younger. So this woman was so vain that she would seriously take virgins. She would have them killed with this crazy machine, and she killed a whole lot of virgins, and she bathed in their blood, and she thought that it made her look younger, which is freaking really weird.
That's beyond incredible.
It is beyond incredible, and this is why I like her so much, because she's sick. But they found out what was happening anyway. Some guy that was trying to seduce her stumbled upon her magical little room, her torture room, and she was found out. She blew the whistle, and she was locked up in a tower with only one little tiny thing, and she was locked, she was bricked up, and they found her dead however many years later, and there's a movie about it. I
can't remember the name either, but I know what story you're talking about.
I wish I could remember her name too, but she is one of my favorite historical figures for some reason, just because she invented torture, basically.
Yeah, that's crazy.
She didn't invent torture. I'm sure that torture's been around, but
invented a
she
new
was
genre
that
of it.
freaking vain that it continued on into where we are today. I was putting makeup on today, and I'm like, who in the hell invented makeup? Like, what is the purpose of this? Like, so that girls could think that they're beautiful and this and this and this. And here I am caking makeup on going, oh, I gotta look good.
But you do look good, so.
Well, thank you. But it's like, who invented that? Why are we so vain, That was a thought that was going through my head. So it's funny that you asked me who my favorite figure was, because it was this very vain lady who liked to bathe in blood.
Yeah. Well, being a journalist, I'm not used to people asking me questions, so thought I'd flip the script on you and get the answer that you want out of this. In terms of my historical figure, oh my goodness.
I'm sure there's other ones.
I'm just at a loss for.
Queen Elizabeth I.
She was pretty cool.
She was pretty cool, man. She was cool. She was
Nelson Mandela. Here. Let's talk about.
Wow, Nelson Mandela. Amazing. He was jailed for
27 years, yeah.
27 years, and he didn't lose that spark. His wife left him when he got out. And he was jailed for what? For standing up for...
I think it was for protesting something in South Africa. And it's just incredible how he had such faith in humans that he spent 27 years in jail.
In the worst jail ever, too. People don't come out of that jail alive.
No, exactly. And he helped so many people in South Africa and just all over the world. The movie Invictus is about him and how he helped change the world of sport through rugby and how he affected so many people's lives through banding this group of people in South Africa to form a rugby team that actually reflected their entire nation, not just the white population and the black population, which was segregated at the time.
Yeah.
So it's very sad that he died.
He lived a long life, though.
He was 90. I believe 96. He was 96.
96.
Yeah. And that's definitely someone that comes to mind when I think of historical figures.
Absolutely.
And that should be a lot of people's inspiration to do good in this world. Is Nelson Mandela.
Absolutely. He did do a lot of good for this world.
So I finally got your.
For it.
Was it favorite Windsor Express players?
Yeah.
Windsor, we're gonna go to basketball after having such a crazy conversation. Okay, back to basketball. Who's your favorite Windsor Express player?
I've got a lot of favorite guys that on the team. A lot of them provide such great entertainment, and they're such good basketball players. One guy that I've really grown to have a pretty good relationship with is Stephon Bonneau.
Yeah.
He's the second leading scorer in the league.
He follows me on Twitter.
And he follows me as well. He's a great guy.
That's pretty cool.
He's a great talent on and off the basketball floor. Yeah. Quick little story. I was in the offices here the one day, and he needed some help. He was doing some running around, so I helped him out, and we went up to the rec hall on Olette here, and we went to just pick up some snacks or whatever, and a lady from the Breast Cancer Society came up and talked to us about possibly donating and getting some T-shirts, and without a question, Steph pulled out, I think it was $20, and she only asked for $5, and he gave her the $20 and said, hey, this is going to help a lot more people than I need right now, and he can do anything that he can to help. So I really respect that about him. He's a great player. But there's a lot of great guys. Chris Commons is a wonderful person on and off the floor. Him and his wife, Kiata, are just wonderful people. Their daughter, Cameron,
she's a little cutie.
She's adorable. And Chris is a great guy on and off the floor as well. DeAndre Thomas is a guy who I think is very misunderstood in terms of basketball. He's our center.
He's like the rebel. He's the rebel of the team.
But when you talk to him, he's such a nice guy. He's at the end of the day, they're all people.
I have yet to talk to him. It's almost intimidating. He's almost 7 feet tall and he's 300 pounds.
He's a big guy.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm tall.
Yeah.
But, like, it's intimidating. There was a picture that you took of Chris Commons and I'm like, I look like a midget compared to this guy. And they don't look that tall when you're up in the media booth.
Yeah, we have the hockey view, so it makes them look a lot smaller.
And when we were down there the other day, to like getting people for the post game recap, just standing there watching them and watching them practice and like having them right there, it's like I feel so small. And
try to be in the 5'11" guy that's trying to interview them after the game. I'm reaching up and I'm almost running out of mic cord because they're so tall.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting.
Pretty tall. My favorite player. Who is my favorite player?
You've been saying some nice things about George Good.
Yeah, he's good though.
He's good. Pun fully
intended.
George Good.
He's good.
Good with an E at the end. But he's been a very good addition to this team as well.
He has been. And so is RJ Wells. RJ Wells has been a good addition too. Yeah,
I love RJ Wells. He's a great guy. I talked to him after the game quite a few times actually. He's a Windsor native. He went to Herman.
Yeah.
He played collegiate basketball, then took a couple years off to focus on life as we all do post secondary, and he really got a good chance to come and play professional basketball when he had this hometown team. The organization gave him a shot. He fully took full advantage of it, and he had a couple injuries throughout the year that were nagging, so that kind of limited what he could do throughout the year. But when he was given the opportunity, he went and he played well.
He doesn't have an injury like Nicholas Evans, though.
Yeah.
He's still out.
Players from the other teams?
Have in your experience producing, who has been the most exciting player from other than the Windsor Express?
You're asking me?
Yeah, sure. Let's flip the script.
Who was that guy the other night? Oh,
Morgan
he was
Lewis?
so good. No, it wasn't Morgan Lewis. It was he kept getting. Oh, he kept. Who was it? What was
for
his
Brampton?
name? Maybe it was Morgan Lewis.
Morgan Lewis from Mississauga had 35 points in Game 1.
Yeah.
He was very good.
No, on Game 2 though. Who was the Game 2?
Who was it?
Wilson.
Captain Kirk Williams.
Yeah, Williams.
Yeah, he
that's
had 30
what it was.
points. Yeah.
He was just incredible. He was all over the place. Like, they had to keep the ball away from him, man.
Absolutely.
That was insane. He was pretty good.
Seamus Ferguson from Scarborough.
Okay. Where was there was a player for the PEI though. He really caught my eye one night. I think it's
Al Stewart.
His shoes were so pink. He had like these bright fluorescent pink shoes on. I think that's the only reason why he caught my eye.
Oh, I think that's when St. John came in town that we were looking at those. I forget. Maybe Doug Herring Jr. I don't know if he was the one with the pink shoes.
I don't really remember, but I took a picture of it because I was like, that guy has pink shoes. And I had to take a picture of it.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see how many varieties of bright colored shoes.
Yeah, and then there was the blue. You know what? That
Mr.
guy,
Blue Shoes, is Dominic
Mr. Blue
Buckley.
Shoes. Those are not blue shoes. Those are mint green. You need to fix that stuff.
I'm sorry.
Those are mint green shoes, and you're all over the air, and you're like blue shoes, blue shoes.
I'm sorry.
I'm like, it's mint green.
That's what you were whispering to me. I see.
Yeah, that's what I was whispering.
That's what you got to nudge Shanika or Mitch for me.
She heard me.
Did she? She just didn't want to correct me. I understand.
Let's get another mic to Ashley.
Get her on the mic too? That'd be so much fun.
Oh.
We'd need probably a 7-second delay though every time you swear.
Yeah, I don't swear that much.
No.
At the games I swear though, because I get really into it, and I don't think it's fair sometimes. And then I get really annoyed because we've got like 2 minutes left on the clock, and then there's like
foul.
Let's do a foul. Let's do another foul.
Free
it takes 10 minutes to go through 2 minutes when
That's
there's
the
2
most
minutes on the
exciting part of
clock.
basketball, though.
It's so frustrating though, because I do have ADHD, and I'm sitting there and I'm trying to produce things, and I'm like, come on, and then I'm swearing, and then I'm hanging over the thing, and I'm trying to focus, and yeah. So.
Are you done with that?
I'm done.
Alejandro, who's your favorite non-Windsor Express player? And I'll talk about him.
It's hard between Corey.
Nick O'Corey, yeah.
Corey and.
It's a shame that Nicole Corey got traded from Mississauga to the Island, but the Island needed some.
Marvin Phillips is no longer with.
Yeah, Marvin Phillips from London. He got shipped over to France. I'll wish him all the best of luck, exploring other opportunities.
That's wonderful.
Sensible loss for.
I'd say that's got to be a humongous loss for London in terms of their entire teams.
Tonight, right?
Yeah, Brampton and London are playing in Brampton tonight, as I believe. I'm surprised you don't have the live stream up already, buddy.
We're gonna take a short little break here. We will be.
It was already 30 minutes. We have like 1 minute.
Oh wow! We're not gonna take a short break. We're gonna end this show. So on that note, March 15th.
Oh yeah, they could be potentially the end of the second round for Windsor for the Brampton A's and London Lightning. They dates for the Windsor Express are not set yet because it all depends on arena availability, WFCU, all that jazz. So we'll have the updated schedules as soon as we can get them. Maybe we'll have to do our own little in-studio show for the post-game recap.
Absolutely. So we'll see you guys next week. It has been a long couple of weeks for me. I have not been doing the show, so I do apologize to anybody who actually looks forward to watching this show. It's pretty beyond incredible that you guys actually want to watch this show. So with that, we'll see you all next week, probably the same time, same channel. If not Saturday, then Friday. But yeah, until then, weather is warming up. It's going to be spring soon. Careful on the ice. It's slippery in Windsor, very slippery in Windsor. I almost wiped out a couple of times today.
Almost on the way in? You almost wiped out. I almost had to catch you.
Yeah, I've been wiping out all over the place. So we'll see you guys next week, and thank you for watching.